public input at meetings. Although meetings are in person, citizen staff may still send an email to the board using public input in the subject area, and I do not believe we got any of those. These should be received before 1 p.m. the day of the board meeting in order to be included on the agenda on the dates of that meeting. Regular meeting sign-up sheets are available if you wish to address the board. They're back in that back corner. Our board has adopted policy procedure 1400/1400P, meeting conduct, order of business, and quorum. This policy and procedure are available on the school district's website. By adopting this policy, board meetings must be conducted in a civil, orderly, and business-like manner. This means that whether we are school directors, district staff, students, members of the community, or some other guests, we all must follow the same standards of civility during school board meetings. The board recognizes the value of public comment on educational issues and the importance of involving members of the public in its meetings. This public comment period is an opportunity for visitors to be recognized and make brief comments. There are sign-in sheets for those who wish to speak. General reminders. The total time for public comment period is not to exceed 60 minutes. Each speaker has a maximum of 3 minutes. There is no mechanism whereby a speaker can donate some or all of their time to another speaker. No individual may speak more than once on a single topic per regular meeting, even if there is time remaining. Individuals may address the board on any topic within the scope of the board's responsibility. Public comment period is an opportunity for the board to listen to individuals on educational issues, and board members are encouraged to listen attentively. However, public comment period is not a time for dialogue between the board members and the public. The board will not respond to statements, questions, or challenges made during public comment period, and there will be no back and forth dialogue. Please note the board's silence is neutral. It is neither a signal of agreement or disagreement with the speaker's remarks. Although the board will not engage in dialogue, the board chair might ask the speaker a clarifying question. It is also possible that school district staff will contact the speaker at a later time to follow up on an issue raised during public comment period. Finally, please remember that your words have an impact, and you, not the school district, are responsible for your words. We caution all speakers that it is possible that your statements could violate the rights of others under various laws, including laws protecting privacy and laws prohibiting defamation. If you're unsure of the legal effects of your remarks, you should seek independent legal advice. In any case, we ask that you help us model for our students what a respectful and inclusive community looks and sounds like. All right, Marlene, are these all that you have received for public comments? Okay. All right, we will start with John Needham. You should be able to see there will be a timer up on this screen, so you'll be able to tell when you're getting close to your time limits.
Thank you, board members, for the opportunity to address you in person this evening. My name is John Needham, as you said. I serve as pastor of Corndale Church, a church that meets in Bremerton. Many of the families in my congregation are part of your school district. They are students, they are athletes, they are volunteers, they are employees. Our church for years has been a faithful supporter of needy students and families in the district, donating thousands of pounds of food to feed these students through the Backpack Brigade. We love our community and we love the students in our schools. It is this love, both for community and God, that brings me here this evening. As you all know, Dr. Karen Bolton, board vice president, recently posted comments online regarding the assassination of Charlie Kirk. She said, these are her comments, I quote, "I could care less about that expletive hat dying. The world is a better place without him." This is absolutely unacceptable. The Bremerton School District core values state that our community fosters a safe, supportive, consistent, and socially just culture. And it goes on to say that our community thrives when they feel a strong sense of belonging. Dr. Bolton's comments were antithetical to those values. They not only affect the 4,200 students who are enrolled in your district, they affect members of our community. Just hours after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, I had conversations with members of our community, and they were not only grieving the assassination of Kirk, but they were concerned for their own safety. They wondered if they shot Kirk for what he believed, and we believe the same thing, are they going to shoot us too? Their concern is justified. It seems clear from Dr. Bolton's post that if the world is a better place without Charlie Kirk, then it would follow that the world would be a better place without others who believe what Kirk believed. That includes me. That includes people in this boardroom right now. That includes employees of your district. This isn't just a celebration of violence, it is the promotion of violence. And again, this is absolutely unacceptable. All people are made in God's image and possess intrinsic value and dignity that we must acknowledge and honor. Dr. Bolton failed to do that, and I believe that she has disqualified herself from leadership in the district. This is a crucial moment, a turning point for you and the district that God has placed you in leadership over. If you condemn Dr. Bolton's comments and you remove her, you will demonstrate to the students and parents that the celebration and promotion of violence is absolutely unacceptable. If you keep her in position, you will tell your students that this type of behavior is acceptable in the Bremerton School District. I pray that God gives you courage and conviction to do what is right before him. Thank you for your time. God bless you. Christ is Lord.
Amen.
Amen.
Next, I'm going to try and read this. Is it Brandon Johnson? Again, same thing I told him, you'll be able to see the time up there, and then as you get close, I will let you know you run out of time.
Thank you. My name is Brandon Johnston. I have fourth generation Bremertonian, born and raised in Bremerton, graduate of Bremerton High School 2003. I've been proud to be a Knight, and I serve as a pastor and head of school at Cormdale Academy here in Bremerton. I am very grieved to read and see comments from Dr. Bolton. My heart is very stirred up, and it's very troubling to hear about the call for civility and ways that community members and leaders should interact when there are such harsh words spoken about a man who was murdered in a very public way and public setting. I've served in boards in our community, KCR, for many years. I don't know if you remember that. To seek the best of our community, to seek for people to be cared for in our community. There is a real leadership and authority that leaders carry in our community. That's something that all of you also carry for the Bremerton School District. You are some of the top leaders. You set the tone for what administration will be like, ultimately what teachers will be like, and it goes down to what students will be like, who students will become. You carry that vision and you call them towards a particular type of life and living that you hope they aspire to pursue and become as young adults. I believe these words that Dr. Bolton has said do not represent the type of leadership that you desire. I don't believe it represents the Knight pride that you try to foster in this community. And I wanted to communicate that I encourage you to seek her resignation or termination from the role as vice president. It is inconsistent of the type of leadership that Bremerton should be calling our students and your staff to. And I think it is inconsistent of what a leader should be interacting, whether in a formal public setting for the district or in a private personal setting in our life. Right. As our students go, the way that our teachers go, the way that our administration go, and ultimately the way that the board goes. You set the tone, you set the culture, you oversee that. And this is something that will deteriorate the value, the trust, and the longevity of what I trust that you desire for students to be raised, to have the Knight pride that I was raised with. And so I encourage you to consider these events, consider what next steps are. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I don't have a first name, but Mr. Fox.
evening. My name is Teresa Fox, and I am a Bremerton resident. Born and raised here. I was an East High Knight. My son graduated from Bremerton as well. I fully support our kids. I fully support our school district. I'm a property owner. I pay taxes. I too was very dismayed to see Ms. Bolton's comments. Frankly, I'm surprised that she's not here doing damage control and making a public apology to all of us. The comments were highly inappropriate. I contacted the school board president. He directed me to Ms. Bolton. I emailed her twice. I didn't get any sort of response back from her. Super unprofessional. I thought that I, again, would get some sort of, at least a canned statement or something, or an apology, something saying that she didn't make those type of comments. Highly inappropriate, unprofessional. You know, you've got the right to free speech. We all do have that. But we don't have the right to be free from consequences. One of my questions was whether there's a policy, a procedure, guidance, and I hear some guidance here tonight that we are supposed to be civilized. And I wonder if she has violated something with the school district. You know, a lot of people nowadays, we have employer agreements where we can't make unprofessional remarks out in public, or we can be fired. I have to call upon you guys, since she's not here, to push for her resignation, or if there's any mechanism to terminate her from her position, I would call for that. You know, she's in a position of public trust, and I'm certain that she interacts with children on some level. You know, the culture comes from the top down, and the message that you're sending, justifying the assassination of another human being, it's not the right message to send to anybody, much less kids. I'm going to make a public records request and ask for documents that are pertinent to this matter, and see if she's violated anything other than basic moral standards and decency. And I'm going to pursue her removal, if possible, if there's any mechanism to do that. Clearly, I understand that she's an elected position. I will support another candidate when her position comes open if she doesn't resign. I guess since she's not here and she's not accountable for her actions to the community members, then I'm just going to again call upon you guys to do whatever mechanism that you have to put pressure on her to resign. Highly inappropriate. Super dismayed. And everybody that I know of in my community is very dismayed as well. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Runyon.
Thank you, President Burley. Well, I do appreciate you giving us the opportunity to say the Pledge of Allegiance, unlike the Bremerton City Council. They do not.
Yeah.
I appreciate that you give us an opportunity to make public comment, unlike the Bremerton City Council.
Yeah.
Council President Eric Younger has ceased public comment. We're going to fix that. But I suggest you change your policy or procedure, 1400, 1400P, meeting conduct, order of business, and quorum, to put public comment near the top of the agenda where it was before. Puts us first. We're the taxpayers. You represent us. You serve us. I think that would be an appropriate action. We could also comment on items on the agenda. You don't get any input from the public because you've already voted on these items before the public has a chance to speak. It's rational. Let's be rational. You're more rational than the Bremerton City Council right now. Congratulations. On the matter of Superintendent Bolton, folks have spoke eloquently about that. And I'm kind of concerned, you know, she is a director of the board, and I've been an elected official. We have to be careful about what we say. You know, what we say and what we do could reflect on the governing body that we represent, the school district. I'm also interested in the fact that the school just put out something about respect, trying to encourage students to show respect. You know, teaching a lesson is best taught by example sometimes. So what we've seen is a failure of one of your directors to actually provide an example. I suggest a censure. The board can censure another board member. That's the action I would like you to take. And when Director Bolton gets back, I think an apology at a minimum to the people of Bremerton. people of the school district and the students. Thank you very much.
Next up is Mr. Robert Parker.
Good evening, Board President. My comments also have to do with Director Bolton. I was shocked when I read what she had said. They were hateful. They did not keep with your own statements of providing a vision for the district. Is that really the vision that you want, that kind of hate? You have a bunch of employees that you're responsible for. If one of them happens to wear a Trump hat or have a Trump sticker, are they going to be targeted by Ms. Bolton? Now, she has come forward when she felt she was done wrong. She's in the Kitsap Sun in April 2nd, 2021, that she actually accused Bremerton police of not properly handling somebody that made a racial gay slur towards her, and possibly, they never confirmed it, but possibly spit at her. Yet she just spit on this entire community.
She did.
Mm-hmm.
That's not appropriate. That's not the vision that this school district should be putting out. It's not what should be supported. Where is the equal justice for people that are in elected office? We are expecting when they're elected that they act appropriately in the community. You guys say that you want to stand up in the community. She's supposed to be representing the district. Is that the representation you want?
Better not be.
How are the kids going to feel? Because believe me, that's going around like wildfire. How badly has she tarnished this board and this school district? We have real problems in the school district. We have some of the lowest test scores in the state. Actually the lowest in the state. Yet what we're focusing on is the hate that Dr. Bolton is putting out. She needs to be removed.
Yes,
And if you can't remove her, then you should at least publicly censure her. Because let me tell you, that's pure hate. And that's hate that should not stand in this school district. She should not be allowed the opportunity to target parents, teachers, or students that don't believe exactly like she believes. It's time for this board to do something and to speak loudly. And not only to speak here, put it in the paper
Yep.
that you disagree with the statements that were made.
Yes.
And just so you know, I absolutely knew Charlie Kirk. I mourned when I took his phone number out of my phone. And believe me, I'm your next Charlie Kirk, along with thousands of others. This isn't going to go away.
Nope.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, last one is Ms. Mary Lou Long.
Thank you, Council, for having this opportunity to voice our opinions. Mary Lou Long from Bremerton. I've been here for 52 years.
We
And
can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been here for 52 years. I'll lean in. And I've seen what's happened in our community in the school district and the test scores being lower and lower and lower. And I don't see the board members making provisions to work harder at raising those scores on our educational level. I hear a lot of talk about plans for building buildings and budgets and all that sort of stuff, but I don't hear that much about proposals to instill better, stricter guidelines for the students' conduct, bringing me to the fact that I am a Rotarian exchange parent, or exchange student parent, and I have had people from different countries come and stay with me. And it's very important for me as also a grandmother of students in this school district. I have 3 students in the school district. And it's come to my attention that there is a regular session of vaping in the girls' restrooms. And it's not being monitored. And I would say that students are probably embarrassed or feel for fear of repercussions if they bring it to the attention of staff members or monitor it themselves. And they're subjected to these drugs that are in the vapors when they go in the restrooms. They need to use the restrooms, but then there's clouds of this stuff coming out of there, and it's not good. It's not fair, and it shouldn't be there. And then you bring up now this new proposal for having Arcan and anecdotes for drugs. What are we doing about drugs circulating in the school?
Amen.
That we need to have that on a regular basis. I mean, are we doing anything to check the students, making sure that they're not bringing drugs in? I know they can bring pills in easily. Are they selling them and making money to the kids? And that is why you've had possible incidences. You don't have any record of incidences, and the public doesn't have a record of incidences of overdoses in the school, and yet you have a policy for that. But we need to know what's going on in our schools, and we need to set policies and standards that are adhered to. I know we had the cell phone standard supposedly put in place so that kids were not using that in the class, which I was very, very adamant about instituting a no phone policy because I think it's a distraction. And I think that should be worked on harder because some of the teachers were not interested in imposing that or working with the school board's directive or the public's directive. Anyway, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. All right, that brings our public comment period to a close.
Point of order.
Move on to
Director Hurley, with all due respect to you as a community member, you're not part of the deliberative body, therefore he does not have the authority to have a point of order.
Yeah, preliminary process still says that I can put a point of order.
I'm sorry,
And
we can't recognize you.
I don't care if you recognize me or not. This is a public forum.
We can't recognize you.
That's great. I'll talk anyway.
You
I'm Mike
can-
Simpson.
you can do a
I live
public-
here in Bremerton.
Sir, you can
I'm
do
a
a public
long-term
comment.